Hey, and welcome to the show. Today, we have a special guest, known by the name Joe Sanchez. Joe Sanchez, why don't you say hi?
Hey guys, how's it going?
I love having you on the show for one particular reason. And that's because you're so much fun to talk to. You have so much energy. I don't know, it's just easy to talk to you. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is your new dog.
Allie.
Allie, yes.
Allie, yep.
Now, why don't you tell the audience what what kind of dog it is?
Well, Allie, she's a min pin. That's a Chihuahua miniature pincher mix. She's quite adorable, actually. She's 3 months old, so she's still very little, and she's not gonna get big. She's gonna stay little.
Cool.
She bit me on the lip the other day.
Yeah. And you already got her shots, right?
Nope.
So you could have herpes or rabies or something.
Not herpes, Gio. Rabies for sure.
Rabies, okay. It's still equally bad, but... is there a cure for rabies?
I don't know about a cure.
Ooh.
I haven't done my research.
So it's just as bad as herpes.
No.
Okay, it's not. But that's cute. That's awesome. I had a dog, but he's dead. So, with Ellie so she's about what, 10 pounds?
Probably around 2 pounds, 3 pounds.
That was close. That's so cute.
Nice guess.
That's cute. Is she neutered?
Spaded. No, she's not.
No, but seriously, I love dogs. And, I wish I still had one. But, the next thing I want to get to is, have you seen any movies lately? Like, what have you seen?
Oh, I just got back from the movies, actually. I came straight from the movies.
What'd you see?
I saw American Made.
Oh, you did? With Tom Cruise?
That was Tom Hanks.
No.
Tom Cruise.
It's Tom Cruise. Did you like it?
That was great. That was actually one of my favorite movies
No way.
of the year so far.
Really? I don't know if I agree with that.
Why wouldn't it be?
How many movies have you seen?
American Made?
And what else? Exactly.
Okay, never mind.
So what'd you like about it? Like, what'd you like about the story? Take me through it.
So it's one of those topics that everybody kind of knows. Like, everybody knows who El Chapo is.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he's a dope maker.
When you can... No, okay, well... So when you know about something and you find out the reasoning behind them and behind what happened, it just makes, like, your life complete almost. Like, I can die happy now, knowing that American Made and how one person changed El Chapo's life, made him the richest man in, like, I don't know, his area, I guess.
Yeah, that's really cool. How do you think Tom Cruise did as the role as the main character? I don't know his name, I'm sorry.
That was the best movie ever. How do you know his name?
I don't know. Did he do good? That's the question.
Great.
He did great? What about El Chapo? How his character do?
I thought it looked just like him. I
Really?
thought it might have been El Chapo himself in that movie.
Are you kidding?
Kind of great.
Oh, cool. That's good. I see here at IMDb that it only got a 6.7 out of 10. So,
You know, Gio?
I feel
People
like...
can say what they want.
Yeah, of
People
course.
talk about your podcast all the time. Your podcast has a 2.2 on IMDb.
2.2 out of 4.
Out of 10, Gio. Don't make yourself sound good.
Okay, well, everybody has their bumpy starts. And the followers that are loyal will stay with us and continue to listen.
I still follow you.
Yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
You know what's up.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised that you said it has a 6.7 on IMDb because you know how inconsistent they are with their ratings. Did you know Edward Scissorhands only has an 8.2 out of 10? That's bullshit. That's a 10
good.
out of 10.
That's an 8.8.
That's
for
not
Edward
good.
Scissorhands out of 10. That's really
No,
good.
that's like a D for that movie. That's
no,
not
it
good.
isn't. Okay, whatever. What do you think American Made got? Quick question. What is your guess on what percentage out of 10 American Made got?
Are you asking me?
Out of 10, yes. I'm looking it up right now.
7.
You think it got a 7?
It sure did.
It actually got a 7.2 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And that's because everything has haters. Okay? The other 3 stars that aren't there is because of the haters. It's
Okay.
those Tom Cruise haters because they can't get all the girls that he can get. So that's why they gave him no stars on his movie.
But no, there has to be some other movies you've seen. Like, there's
Yeah.
honestly been no other ones besides American Made.
Recently, before I saw American Made, I saw Thank You for Your Service. But
Oh,
American Made was so good it made me forget about the whole thing.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
I still remember it.
Oh,
but
sure.
I forgot I saw it.
Uh-huh.
So, well, it kind of hit like close to home, Gio. My grandpa was in the Vietnam War. He got drafted. He was 17 years old, but he was 18 when he went to go fight. So he went to go fight. He was walking through the area and he stepped on a landmine, blew his leg off. So basically, Thank You for Your Service is about the tragedies that they go through and the post-traumatic stress they have when they come home. So my grandpa goes through that every now and then. It just hit close to home knowing that that's what the movie was about, you know?
Yeah. Did your grandpa see the movie?
My grandpa hasn't.
He doesn't want to, I bet, because it's probably really tough to see and go back to those memories. And,
Yeah, I'm sure.
see other people go through the same thing.
Yeah, it would hit very close to home for him.
Yeah.
He was there, but this movie took place in Afghanistan. There's a couple new guys going into the war. One guy was done with his first tour. Came home and he was already messed up. It just shows what that shit can do to you.
How do you think the main character did? What's his name? He was in Only the Brave. His Miles Teller.
Miles
right?
Teller, yep. From
How'd he do?
Footloose.
Yeah, from Fantastic Four.
Pretty sure he's the best actor on this planet.
Really? You just
Pretty
said that
sure.
about American Made and Tom Cruise. You just said that like a minute ago.
Everybody has haters, Gio.
Okay, let's move on. See, what I heard was people liked Thank You for Your Service, but I've heard this one point that keeps coming up is that people didn't feel enough for Miles Teller's performance. They wanted to feel for the scenes they were watching because they were so powerful, like the imagery or, what was going on, but they felt like his acting just wasn't good enough for what they wanted to feel more. Like, there was a lot going on, and they were telling themselves, like, I should feel more sad. Like, there was a car scene, I haven't seen it, so I don't know, where I think it's a suicide attempt or something.
He puts the shotgun to
Don't
his head.
say anything. God damn it, Joe, I haven't seen it yet! Ugh! Fuck!
Doesn't ruin the movie.
Damn it! Okay, well, that scene, people were saying that, that they should have felt more, like his performance, they're like, wow, that sucks, but I should be feeling more. So, I mean, what was your opinion? You think he was fine, apparently. Like, his
I didn't
acting
think he was
good?
fine.
You thought it was awesome.
I thought it was more than fine.
Cool.
That scene, in fact, the scene you're talking about where he puts the shotgun to his head in his car, actually is one of the best acting scenes you'll see in your life.
Really? Okay, I feel bad now. But it's not me that said that. Other people said that.
I don't know if...
No, I'm definitely going to go watch it. And then once I see it, I'll have a definitely more better... once I watch it, I'll have a better understanding. And I won't take, information from outside sources. But yeah, okay. So what else? We have to talk about 2 movies. Let's talk about something totally, 180. Let's take a 180 turn. What about... Oh, here's a funny one. I was just talking about this with my friend, and I wanted to get your opinion because he has some crazy ass stories because he lives out in the country. Here it is. Do you believe in UFOs? Do you believe in aliens?
I do, actually. Funny story. So I was with my aunt about 2 days ago. My aunt was, she's a photographer, and she was in San Francisco. She's taking pictures of the Bay Bridge. And as she's taking pictures, she's taking I don't know what you call it. I'm not a photographer, but when you take like 10 pictures at once.
Yeah,
like
burst.
The
Like a
burst
burst
picture?
photo.
Yeah. She took a burst photo. She was scrolling through the photos, and there's only like a 1 second span of 10 pictures. So it's really fast. Those 10 pictures are taken really, really fast.
Yeah.
And she's scrolling through the photos, and she gets to like the 4th one, and she sees something that wasn't in the previous picture. She zooms in, and then there's a little disc there. And she goes to the next picture, and it's gone already. So she goes back, and she looks at it. And there it is, it looks just like a UFO. Just that picture itself makes me believe in UFOs. But there's so much evidence. But there's also no evidence at the same time.
They won't let
that
us
they exist.
know.
Yeah, there's, I've been to Area 51.
You have been?
I have.
Like, at the gate?
Inside. Nope, inside.
No, you haven't.
Geo, I might get shot by telling you this.
Okay.
I've been in there.
No, you haven't, Joe. Moving on. It's funny because Cade Vandermark, who was a new actor on our last film, or our last video. I don't like saying film when it was just a video. On our last video, he told us that he was out drinking like outside of his house one night, and he lives on this hill outside of Hollister, in the middle of nowhere, and he saw this blob, like this big circle shape thing in the sky, and it was dark, but it was a full moon, so there was like that moonlighting, and he saw this weird circle thing in the sky, which the color of it was like no other color he's ever seen before. And he made sure like to tell his friends like, hey, do you see this shit? Because he was fucked up, so he wanted to make sure that he wasn't just seeing random objects in the sky. He wanted to make sure he was seeing a legitimate object. And they all said, yeah, dude, what the fuck? And so they tried to take a picture of it, but it didn't show up on their cameras. So I thought that was pretty crazy. And then that was about it. I mean, see, that's the thing I don't like about UFO stories. Like, UFO stories are always like that type of thing. Like, yeah, and that's what happened. And you're always like, well, what else happened? Like, what'd you do? Oh, nothing. Like, I feel like if I was in that situation and I saw that, I would do something. I wouldn't just be like, oh, fuck it, let's just keep drinking. I'd be like, holy shit, we gotta videotape this somehow. We have to trick it into letting us, or, you know what I mean? Like, shine lights at it, or do something. Like, don't just be like, yeah, so that happened, I'm just gonna let it go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's always like, yeah, it happened. It's like, did you do anything about it? No. Oh, okay. Same things with ghosts. Like, ghost stories are the same way. It's like, okay, well, I don't know, that wasn't that cool. Whatever. Do you have any other UFO stories? I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, you brought up ghosts.
Well, no. Let's not. Okay, that's what we're gonna get into after this. But
Fine.
Before we get into it, do you have any other stories
About UFOs?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. But
You don't have any personal stories?
I've never seen a UFO. Except
Really?
For that one picture.
I've seen one UFO, and you know what? Also, I've seen. I'll tell you the story about the UFO. Super not complicating, because it was just me driving home with my dad after work, and we just looked up and there was this triangle. Like, and I have a picture of it. Weird triangle shape with 3 lights on each one, and it didn't have the red, blue, whatever lights when you see on a plane. It was just hovering over us the whole time. And that was it, and then it vanished. It didn't move, it just turned off. Thought that was weird. Another time coming home from work, a meteorite hit the highway. I shit you not. It was a blue fireball. It wasn't red, it was blue.
I've also been to Area 51.
Okay, shut the fuck up. So it was a blue fireball, it went down and it evaporated onto the highway. Crazy shit. And that's the only UFO stories I have. But I do think there's some out there. I mean, if you think about it, like, we would do the same thing to a species if we found them on another planet. We wouldn't disturb them.
We would go over there.
We'd go over there and study them. So I think they're doing that with us.
I don't know how close we'd get.
I don't know why they're not letting us into their, like, you know, intergalactic, you know, their how do you say it? Their galactic senate or something like that, like Star Wars. Like, why aren't we allowed? Like, are we not smart enough yet?
Yeah, like.
Or maybe they made us. And
I wonder what kind of president they have.
You know, they're like, oh, fucking Trump. Well, I'm not gonna mention Trump because maybe, you know, the viewers out there might have their opinions. So, whatever. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, UFOs. I believe in them. Joe believes in them. Let's move on. Ghosts.
I'll start this off.
Yeah, you start this off. I believe in it. I think, like, how can you not believe in it once you see it, type of thing. And there's so much not evidence. Okay, let's get real. There's so many stories in human history. But Joe, you start off.
All right. So yesterday, and I'm
not
kidding. I'm not kidding.
Oh, this happened yesterday?
This did happen.
Oh, whoa.
Well, this didn't happen yesterday. I found out about this yesterday. I was yesterday was Sunday, right?
No, yesterday was Monday.
2 days ago, I found this out. I was with my cousin. I was with my family. It was a bunch of birthdays, all in one party. And I was with my cousin, and he was telling me, we already think their house is haunted, and we've thought about their house being haunted for a really long time.
But think about this. Every house I'm in that I've been in for the past 10 years, like the 5 houses I've been in, I always think they're haunted.
Okay, but this is...
You guys always think they're haunted.
No.
When you guys come over, you're like, no. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, your house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your house is for sure. It's haunted.
Every single friend group I've had have said that throughout all my houses.
Okay. When I was with my cousin, Gio.
Okay.
My cousin was in the restroom. He felt weird. he felt like he was being touched, not in a weird way. He just felt something upon him. Something was upon him. And he looked up, and there's a mirror when you look up from the toilet, and he was taking number 2. But he looked up and saw his hood hung over his head, like held up. It wasn't like on his head, it was like held up. And held up. And he freaked out, so he got up, and he grabbed the door, and he unlocked it, and he still couldn't open it. So we hit the door, and I heard him, so I walked over there, and I was like, what's wrong? And then he was like freaking out, but he wasn't screaming. So I opened the door easily from the outside.
I feel like I would be screaming. I ain't no bitch, but that's something I can't see. And you obviously think,
okay,
Ghost!
well, we were at a party, so I couldn't tell. Everybody was kind of screaming.
You're at a party and I wasn't invited?
It was like my family party,
And I still wasn't invited?
Family,
Okay, whatever. Ride or die, but whatever.
And so I opened the door from the outside, and he walked out, and that's exactly what he told me. This is the story I found out 2 days ago. Quite nuts.
He didn't tell you right after that happened?
No, he told me right after that happened.
He's like, dude, this just happened.
Uh-huh.
What'd you say?
I said, wow. I don't like to believe that stuff, but
why don't
you have to believe it because it's
God?
so real. Yeah, and if you don't believe, if ghosts aren't real, then
that's
God's
why
not
I
real.
think if you put an atheist in a fucking demon house, that's a good way to make them believe. Because I mean, if shit starts flying and you get scratched or you feel weird, how else do you explain it?
There's no other way
You can't
to
explain it.
It's just it's not scary to believe. It's scary to encounter. I think.
It's still scary to believe.
Yeah, knowing that stuff is there.
And if you think like, oh, I believe in demons, and you don't see it, it still scares you. The possibility of being in a dark place and be like, oh shit, there could be demons in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even like saying the word. That word's so evil. Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else? And you have some other scary stories. Remember that place in Tahoe? Tell me about that.
Wow,
Tell the
yes.
viewers about that.
I forgot about that story.
Yeah,
it's
so
funny that I didn't get to that.
Little info. Joe's friend, Nolan, right?
Vincent
has this huge cabin they go to for like little vacays or whatever, and it's haunted. And so, let's hear about it.
So the first year we went, it was we didn't know it was haunted, and I went with my family at this time. We got to the cabin. We were playing around in the front with my grandma, my aunts, my uncles, and we turned on a ghost radar app because that's what you do every time you're at a cabin.
That's so stupid.
And we were asking it questions, and of course it says stupid shit like broccoli or some shit. It doesn't make any sense. But then we turned the radar off, and we were just asking questions in general. And my grandma got to the question, can you turn on the lights? And our flashlights turned on.
All of them?
All of them. All 3.
I don't believe that.
Don't have to.
You
don't have to. It was fucking insane. So we freaked out. Obviously, we turned off the flashlights. And what did we do? We continued to ask.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got one strike. You're going to keep going.
Yeah, so we turned off the flashlights, and we asked it again. And of course, it happened again. But this time, not all the flashlights, just one flashlight. My grandma's flashlight. So we assumed the worst, that my grandma was a demon. No,
wow, okay.
No, we just kept asking to turn the lights on, and it was consistent. It kept doing it.
No, and you guys didn't think of recording it. That's something else. Every ghost story.
I have a video for you. I'll put it on the website.
Okay.
We'll link it.
If
in
that's
the video.
true, if that's true, and you have a video of it, then yeah. Because that's also something that pisses me off when people are like, yeah, this happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you have your phone on you? Yeah, full charge. Oh, that's great. Did you record it? No. Why? I don't know.
I was in the moment, Gio.
Fuck
but
that,
I did.
dude.
I'll link the video in this podcast just for the viewers. Just
probably
for the viewers.
probably won't. But yeah, okay.
And so that was our first encounter with that, and we found out from the owner that it used to be like an Indian burial ground. So
How the fuck did Indians know how to turn on a flashlight?
No, it's easy.
I think this is how it goes.
Gio,
sorry,
they've been around for a while. The ghosts obviously been around for a long time.
Oh, they see technology grow.
Yeah, they've seen everything. But so I had the upstairs room with my cousins, and we opened the closet. There was a little bed in there, and we were getting the bed out so somebody could sleep on the bed because there wasn't enough room on the beds in the room. Mm-hmm. So when we slid the bed out, right when we moved it, probably about 6 inches, you saw a little hole in the wall. It was probably It's probably like 4 feet by 4 feet of a box cut off the wall. So we slide the bed over and we crawl under there, and there's a space for about one person. One person could just like sit in there.
What the fuck?
2 years later, I come back with my friends.
2 years, so nothing happened that one time?
No, 2 years later, I go back.
I know, but that time
we didn't see any other things but the
You
flashlight.
slept in that house after that happened? After those flashlights were
yes,
on?
I did, but that wasn't that scary.
That was scary.
So,
what the fuck? That's scary.
2 years later, we come back with my friends. My friend sleeps in the same room with his girlfriend over there. His girlfriend wakes up around 3 a.m. screaming at him. And he wakes up, he's kind of mad. You don't want to be waking up by somebody screaming.
What do you want, bitch?
And she tells him that she saw a little girl and she was like beside the bed. So of course they freaked out. They wake everybody up.
I would drop kick that bitch so fast.
That's what Vincent was saying. He was like, I would have fucking decked a little girl if it was an actual little girl. Like, that's scary shit right there. So he goes downstairs and they sleep in the living room for the rest of the time. And then I mentioned to him, there's a little hole in the wall upstairs in the closet. So we go up there and we try to open the closet, but the closet's locked this time.
What?
We couldn't open up the closet this time, so we couldn't check that little hole. There's probably a little girl in there right now.
Ooh, creepy.
Okay, Gio, thanks for having me.
Oh, you need to go? Well, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you for everybody that's listened in to this point, which is probably just Tim, my film teacher. Thank you for listening. Please drop a like and subscribe, and make sure to watch out for new content every week. So yeah, bye-bye.
Song for y'all about this girl. Coming right here? Yeah. Come on. On that sunny day, didn't know I'd meet